Welcome to How It Works. I'm Joe. This is my official review of the Dregoth. Special thanks to Jason Dixon for letting me borrow this, and to Michael Spanders for sending it to me. Okay guys, here's a close-up look at the Dregoth. This is the leatherwork by Michael Spanders, and it's really great. I don't know if you caught my other video, but there's a close-up look at it. It's fantastic. I can tell just from this one piece that he's a master of his craft. And if you buy something from him, you have no reason to doubt it's going to come in perfectly. Now let's look at the knife. All right, so here's the Dregoth. Let's get some specs on it. So first of all, I love this spear blade shape. This thing is really cool. I love this tracker feature with this reverse cut here. So the overall blade length is about 9.5 inches, and the cutting edge looks like it's about 9 inches. The overall measurement on it is a little bit over 15, about 15, close to 15.5. With some of it being this striking face on the pommel. That thing is really cool. And the width at the widest point is just about 2 3/4 inches. And the thickness is going to be, hold on just a second. Thickness is going to be right at 1/4 inch. Let's take a look at this too. The thickest part of the handle is just over 1.25 inches. And the inner grip is 4 3/4, or really close to it. Anyway, I love the inner grip on this thing. Let's take a look at that right now. Let's see, let's reverse it. So this thing fits my hand very well. I like an extra fat handle, and this is that. I like that it has this on it. This little cut here. I love the choil. It allows you to really get up on the knife. If you were to do it for some bushcraft things, I think it would do great for that. And you can even reverse grip it. And look how that fits. It's very nice. Overall, I really think that he nailed the ergonomics on this as far as the handle goes, and I think it's wonderful. All right, let's take it outside. This thing is awesome, but when you're gonna do a review, I feel like you should answer 4 questions. So here they are. Does it cut? Does it chop? Does it bushcraft? And is it fun? We're gonna answer those questions today. So here we go, let's cut some things. So we always want to start with paper. It's a medium that everyone has, everyone knows. You can hear it. It's a nice smooth cut. This thing is sharp. I did give it a little bit of treatment on the strop, not a big deal. And then let's check the inner surface here. Also nice and sharp. All right, let's cut something else. Got a little t-shirt that's cut in half. We're gonna see how this thing cuts through it. We're gonna kind of stab it, cut through it. No problem. Let's do that again. It's fine, it'll cut fine. Let's do one more. And by the way guys, if y'all are noticing, I'm using the finger choil. I love a good finger choil. I think it helps you really balance out the knife. All right, one of my shop towels. All right, let's cut that again. So not as slicey as some things, but with this big spade tip, spear tip, I wouldn't expect it to be as slicey as, say, I don't know, a real thin Bowie knife or something like that. But let's move on to the next test. If y'all know me and watch my channel, you know that my heart is in the chopping. And let's see if this thing will chop. Here we go. It'll chop. All right, let's do a hard downward throw. Well, I completely split it out. Let's try it again. Again, completely split it out. Let's try one more. Well, if nothing else, that's an awesome tip test on this thing. All right, let's go over to the stump over there. Let's see how it does against some sticks. I'd say it does just fine. Okay, let's see how it does at bushcrafting. Well, I don't know if you can see that or not. I love being able to use this like this. I think this inner radius is a really nice feature. It kind of has that tracker vibe. I can take those right off of there. I don't know if you can see that or not. Look at those little curls. It does very well at that. And then let me pick up another piece and let's make a notch in it. And so if you wanted to on something bigger, it'd do just fine. I just don't have much bigger. Actually, maybe I do. All right, let's sharpen this. Anyway, there are probably plenty of people that are much more talented than I that could do that in a lot less time. Let's refine it a little bit. I don't know, I kind of like using that inner diameter for this. Check it out. I love it. Now let's make a notch in it. That really excels at that. That little tracker style inner sleeve, or that little tracker style inner radius, really helpful for this. Anyway, there you go. I didn't show you batoning. Let's baton something. Okay, we're gonna baton through our tent stake. And I don't have the greatest baton here, so bear with me. That's one of the places that this knife excels, because it's not sharpened on the back edge. You can do stuff like that without ruining your baton. Let's try it. There we go. You have to have a good baton to start with, though. Well, I'll be right back. Too big for a baton, kinda, but it's got some weight. Let's try this. Yeah, that'll baton. So looking at all of our chips, it will do fine for starting a fire. I can feel this is a 90-degree spine. I don't have a ferro rod with me, but I don't imagine this would have any problem at all striking a fire. Kind of do a last little bit of bushcrafting here, getting some curls. See if y'all can see that. Getting some curls started. Very nice. Let's do it with the front edge. So it's not as slicey as some of the other things. You know, it's not as bushcrafty as some of the other things. That's okay, it'll work. Let's check out the edge after doing a little bit of chopping. Okay, let me move on this side. This cardboard, paper towel roll, fine. And lastly, some paper here. We'll go inner edge first. Still nice and sharp. And the bigger edge. Nice and sharp. If I do my job, it cuts all the way through. I'll show you the tip. Yeah, just fine. Let's do one more. All right, so the 4 questions. Does it slice, or does it cut? Does it chop? Does it bushcraft? And is it fun? That's a big yes to all of them. Let's talk about the fun of this knife. This thing is really cool shape. It's a really cool design. It's kind of a mini gladius, maybe a tactical smatch it. It's unique, and I love it. I love the choil. I love the way it's balanced. You know, I'd never held this knife before Jason sent it to me, and I have to say that I really came to like it and appreciate it a lot. It's also beefier than you can really understand unless you've held it. It feels kind of indestructible, and I didn't take it easy on it, even for the things that I did not show you when I was testing it. You know, I always start with a bunch of stuff that's not on camera just because I'm messing around with it. And this one was no different. Forgot to tell you, this one's an SK85, and so it's not a super steel, but it's really good, and I really appreciate it. As far as the fun factor, yeah, man, lots of fun. 10 out of 10 on the fun. And if I haven't said it before, I really like this knife. It's just cool. I hope you guys can tell how much I've enjoyed this knife, and I've enjoyed getting to know Jason a little bit. And just like all the other things that I'm doing here, I appreciate you guys so much. So if you like this, we'll see you on the next one. Y'all take care.